Hi guys, I'm Tony and I'm the Bored Housewife. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a little different. I was actually doing some research on my next lock hair horror story, and I came across an article that discussed something that happened 2 years ago in San Francisco State University to be specific. I know that I'm behind on the times, but I wasn't on YouTube at that time, or else I probably would have given my opinion at that point. But we're gonna watch a video. The article went into a campus employee. I don't want to say attacked because that seems like a strong word, but harassed a young Caucasian male due to the fact that he had locks and under the guise of cultural appropriation. So we're gonna watch that video together. It's a very short clip of because somebody pulled out their phone and recorded the situation, and then we'll talk about it a little bit. So let's get into it from there.
You got some scissors?
You're saying that I can't have a hairstyle because of your culture?
Yeah,
Why?
because it's my culture. Do you know what locks mean?
Do you know it was in Egyptian culture? Are you Egyptian? Nah, bro, you're not.
Are you Egyptian? No. Are you Egyptian?
No, but it doesn't matter.
Wait, where's Egypt? Tell me.
You know what, girl?
Where's Egypt?
Dude, girl, you have no right to tell me what I can wear. Huh?
Where's Egypt?
Yo, girl, stop touching me right now.
Yo, girl, stop touching me right now. Come back.
Get off of me.
Come back, come back, come back. You put your hands on me, no more.
Like, you makes such some shit because of what the hair I have? That's no reason, yo. I don't need your disrespect. I don't need your disrespect.
Why are you filming this?
Just for everyone's safety.
Well, there's a couple things that I have to say about that. One, she shouldn't have ever got in front of him to stop him from going up the stairs. She shouldn't have put her hands on him. That is not okay, no matter what the situation is. And if the roles were reversed, that would have been seen as a very serious thing, especially because she is a woman or because she is African American. Like, just because it's a Caucasian male does not mean it's okay to put your hands on anybody or to get in their way or just keep coming at him. Like, he tried to walk away multiple times instead of getting into an argument with her. As far as cultural appropriation, I've never talked about that on my channel, and I feel like there is a such thing as cultural appropriation. I think it is a real thing. However, in this situation, as he pointed out, there are other cultures other than African American or African cultures that wear locks. So since it isn't seen in other cultures, it cannot just be seen as him trying to take something away from, in her case, the African culture. I feel like when it comes to hairstyles, because you see Caucasian people wearing braids and all this other stuff, and there's a difference. And hopefully I don't make anybody mad with this statement, but I feel like African Americans wear their hair in certain styles for style reasons, not because of cultural reasons. And if they can do it, then so can other people. And that being said, there's a difference between wearing an African headscarf or wearing Indian garb. That's appropriation. Wearing it for reasons, taking something from another culture and watering it down, that is appropriation. Wearing another cultural's dress for Halloween, that's appropriation. I think when you might see a group of people doing one thing and then it's frowned upon, but if another group of people do the same thing and then it's seen as this revolutionary, awesome, beautiful thing, yes, that can be seen as appropriation. But in the sense of locks, all type of people have locks. All type of people can live that lifestyle, and I am not the type of person to judge anybody, and I don't think other people should have the right to judge another person's choices when it comes to their body, because this is not just a hairstyle for some and a hairstyle for others. like for me, I love locks. It's been a part of my life for a long time. I respect them. I respect the community. But I also, if I saw someone who just wanted to wear it as a style, or faux locks, for example, because I've worn faux locks before, I don't see it as a problem. I don't see it as that. And we don't know what his upbringing was. We don't know what lifestyle he chooses to live. You can't just judge him based upon, you know, what he looks like. Based on what he looks like, I would say that his outfit shows a lot more about his personality and what he's doing it for, versus, you know, another person who she just comes out of nowhere and decides, you know, you're stealing this from my culture so I can attack you, or I can get in your face and tell you about yourself. There are ways to express yourself and to say, you know, this is how I feel, and it may or may not be right, but I would like to express to you that's how I feel, and give that other person a chance to say, you know, how they feel and what they think. I don't think she gave him that chance. She got in his face. He was defensive. You know, he tried to, you know, say what he had to say and then leave because maybe he had class to go to. I mean, you saw that other guy. He just walked around the crowd, or the, you know, the small group of people, because he had somewhere to go. Like, people have places to go, and that's just kind of an inappropriate thing to do. So that article that I was telling you about, I'll link it below, was just talking about how there's going to be an investigation into that, because of course, since it was caught on camera, it was uploaded to YouTube and it went viral. And the gentleman who was in that video, the young man who is being told that he is appropriating someone else's culture, actually did a response video. Someone did an interview with him right after the situation, and he just expressed that it was wrong, that you shouldn't be able to do anything. Like, this is the hair that grows out of his head, and yes, it doesn't naturally tangle, but just because you're not part of a specific culture, does that mean that if your hair was to mat and become locks without you really doing anything, that you're appropriating? Or does it just mean because your hair is the type of hair that can naturally do that, then it's yours, and anybody else is just trying to steal it? Now, there is a lot of appropriation going on in the world today. I definitely see that, and I am not by any means defending people who do that. But in this situation, just from the video alone, without knowing anything else, I feel like she didn't know anything about him. He wasn't hurting anybody. He was wearing a hairstyle. He was not making fun. He was not doing it in such a way that makes it seem like he's trying to be something that he's not. So I think she was wrong. I think she should never have gotten in his face. And I would love to hear you guys' opinion about the situation. Was she right? Was she wrong? Do you feel like he is appropriating her culture or anyone's culture by I mean, just think about it. If other cultures did it all over the world, can it be seen as cultural appropriation if he is not taking any other parts from that particular culture? I guess I want to say, is it? It's, for him, might be something much deeper than another person. A lot of people in the lock community don't know where locks came from or don't know the history behind it. And I would love to do a full video, but that would take a lot of research because it goes back so far, and it is really deep. The very little that I have seen about it and read, thanks to all the other wonderful people who have tried, you know, done their research and put it out there, I just think that there's a lot more to it, a lot more to a culture than just a hairstyle. And taking a hairstyle isn't appropriating that culture unless you're taking other things from it. Same with African Americans who decide to wear their hair a certain way or wear weaves or wigs just to have that appearance of having straight hair. Nobody is going to come to them and say, no Caucasian, English, any of that group of people is not going to come to them and say, you're appropriating my culture. Straight hair can be a part of anybody's culture. It just happens to be primarily in that group. Also Asians are not coming to you and saying you're stealing my culture if you wear your hair straight. Like, a hairstyle is a hairstyle, or, you know, whatever you want to call it, until you bring something else into it, and I don't feel that's what he was doing. So please, guys, leave me your comments. I want to know what you think. This is just my opinion. If you have a different opinion, please be respectful. In the comment section, leave them down below. I read all my comments, so I am definitely interested. Even if your views go against what I think, I would love to hear your opinion about the matter. That's funny that I was looking for a lock horror story, and this is probably something that's gonna stick with him. He's never gonna forget that time where this woman just came out of nowhere, and the attention that came from it all after the fact. So I'll link that video, the article that I first found the video on, and also his response video in the description box down below. Also follow me on Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I sometimes post on there just to say, you know, if one of my videos are gonna be late or whatever the case may be. I also update on my weight loss journey more primarily on there, just because I just put, you know, my updated weight and stuff like that on there. So if you're interested in that, please go ahead and do that, and those are also down in the description box. Thank you for my new subscribers. I say that pretty much on every video, because I get, you know, 1, 2, maybe 3 here and there, and I just want everybody to know how much I appreciate that support. So yeah, that's crazy, guys. Let me know what you think, and thanks again for watching. Have a great day. Bye.